The No Fate channel checking in, and this is the first cup of coffee I have had in over 60 days. Full disclosure, this is actually the sixth cup of coffee I have had in over 60 days. If you've been following this series, that you know I went a month without coffee, tea, or any caffeinated beverages. And my goal was to actually make it the entire way until my child was born without coffee, caffeine, tea, etc. And I did that. I went over 60 days. My child was born, and then I had an amazing cup of coffee, and I actually got it on camera and shot a whole video. But because I was so exhausted from the birth of my child and being in the hospital and whatnot, I either forgot to record the video and hit the record button, or I accidentally deleted it. I don't actually know what happened to it. Regardless, I'm shooting this video now, so this is the sixth cup of coffee I have had since the birth of my daughter. Now, the good news is mom and child are doing excellent. The bad news is, well, as with any newborn parent, there are a lot of sleepless nights currently and ahead. But thankfully, I am back on the coffee grind, and hopefully this will help get me through some sleepless nights. So what are some of the big takeaways from 60 days with no coffee? Well, the most recent one that I learned was simply to make sure you hit the record button on your phone, or you're not going to have a video. But in seriousness, having the first few cups of coffee back really amped me up. They really got me going. It was like jet fuel. I mean, I was wide awake. So definitely, if you are ingesting caffeinated beverages, take some time off and go cold turkey, whether it's a few days or a week. You don't have to go a full month or 2 months, but let your body reset and get away from that tolerance that you currently have. I know these cups of coffee are like so strong, and before I went on this no coffee challenge, they wouldn't have really had much of an impact because I was drinking so much coffee. Another is the cost. Of course, I mentioned this in a previous video, but you know, it does add up. Even if you're drinking coffee from home, whether it's Keurig or it's a pour over, but it does add up. Now, obviously, I go to Dunkin Donuts and Starbucks once in a while, so the cost isn't too high, but hey, money's money, and that is a good way to save money if money's tight in your household. Another reason or benefit I found with not having coffee for 60 days was my teeth. So I did an over-the-counter teeth whitener, and at the time I finished the 2-week over-the-counter teeth whitener, I noticed my teeth were a little bit brighter. But at the end of these 60 days, when I'm looking at some of these photos, my smile, I definitely a lot brighter than I actually initially thought. So coffee is definitely not good for your teeth. Neither is tea. They definitely stain your teeth over the long term. So if you do try to do a no coffee challenge, that is certainly one of the benefits and something that I would definitely do going forward. Another important benefit that I noticed but didn't expect was that my stomach felt a lot better. Coffee is obviously very acidic, and if you drink too much coffee too quickly, it can really wreak havoc on your stomach. Going those 60 days definitely proved that I really need to be careful with how much coffee I consume and the pace at which I consume it, because my stomach was feeling good, and now that I'm back to drinking coffee, it's not too happy with me if I guzzle this down very quickly. I am certainly glad to be drinking coffee again. I'm so glad my daughter is here and doing well. Both her and mom are doing excellent, but of course, those sleepless nights make for some very long days. Now, would I do a no coffee challenge again? Absolutely. I thought it was very beneficial. In fact, I definitely plan to do at least a week of no coffee once I can get my daughter's sleeping habits down to something resembling a schedule. So probably around the 5 or 6 month mark of her life, I'm going to go another week with no coffee to try to, again, reset my system. I want to know in the comments below if you could do a month with no coffee. Could you do 2 months with no coffee? Now, if you don't think you could do 2 months with no coffee, I would say just try to do 2 days with no coffee, no caffeine, reset your system. I'm telling you, if you go cold turkey, it is not going to be easy, but it will be a lot easier than you think it might be. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to take on a no coffee challenge of your own. If you've come this far in the video, then you definitely know what to do. Give it a like, hit that subscribe button as usual. Thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. As the father of a 4-year-old with another one due literally any day, I am dedicated to helping other dads who want to be a great father to their children and still accomplish their own personal goals. I provide ideas and insights to save you time and energy. two things that are in short supply for every dad out there. I'll also be taking you inside this dad's tricks, travels, and tribulations. I post new videos every Sunday night, so hit that subscribe button and join this community of dads helping dads. Thanks for watching, and as usual, don't save anything for the trip back.